river of the skyline of Dallas, Texas. It's a Western Conference battle here at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas, as the Mavericks look to work the home court advantage. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. A quick check now at the starting five for both teams. And guys, what are we looking for in this one from Vasquez?
Well, because of his passing ability, Kevin, I mean, if you're going to play with him, your only job is to get open on the floor, because he will get you the ball, and he'll give it to you in rhythm so that you can get a good shot off.
And you know what else, Steve? Watching him run the pick and roll is like watching poetry in motion. I mean, this guy has that basic play down pat. He's unstoppable when he runs it. This last summer, the Mavs asked fans to submit some redesigns of their uniforms for future use. Always kind of neat to see when a team and organization reaches out for the fans' input.
So Dallas will get the first possession. Now here's Calderon, guarded by Vasquez. Calderon kicks to Marion. Here's Nowitzki. Rebound by the Kings. And back to the Mavs. Definitely a big move by them to reach out like that. Nothing like bringing crowdsourcing to the NBA and building a bridge, you know, Steve, with your fan base.
You know, Kevin, I had a chance to see some of the designs of the uniforms that were being suggested. Some pretty sharp-looking duds, but there were some other ones that were absolutely hideous. So let's hope the decision-makers in the Mavs organization pick some of the let's say the more clean-looking new uniform suggestions.
Here is Vasquez. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey, guys. A bit ago, Mike Malone and I were able to chat. And, of course, he said a big key for them will be trying to minimize Monte Ellis's impact offensively. He added he's one of the best in the league at blowing by his defender and finishing at the rim. We've got to force him left, and then, at the other end, make sure we go at him defensively and see that he expends some energy there as well. Kevin, defense not Ellis's strong suit. Seems like a smart plan.
All right, Doris, thanks. Now here's Ellis after the miss from Thompson. And it's Ellis penetrating. Calderon for three. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Here's McLemore. Now here's Vasquez. Count that one.
Broke out the finger roll, guys. That was kind of a stylish finish.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Ellis right side. Marion passes to Ellis. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
Now that pass had just a little bit too much heat on it for him to make a clean steal.
Yeah, I think it would have been a tough catch for either of them.
Marion outside. 5 to shoot. Calderon, that's for 2, and it's Dallas with another. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Vasquez kicks to McLemore. Pass to Vasquez. And Ba'amute dishes to Cousins. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Dallas leading by 5. Ellis outside. Pass to Marion. Ellis outside. On the wing, Marion. That one wide left.
Now you can see why the defense is willing to let him take that shot. That's really not his range.
McLemore, the pass to Vasquez. The feed to McLemore. The dish to Vasquez. Shot clock at 6. And he banks in the layup. Vasquez has got his second basket. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter.
Ben McLemore, 6'5" freshman shooting guard out of Kansas. He actually redshirted his first year in college, but as a redshirt freshman in year 2, he really bursted onto the national scene. Very skilled shooter and scorer.
There's Vasquez after Dirk Nowitzki's bucket. There's the bucket. Good. McLemore's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, some weak defensive coverage there, and I'm pretty sure they didn't plan on starting this game out like that, giving such easy access to the rim.
Now here's Ellis. Wide open look. That's good on the jump shot. And for McLemore, no question about the talent levels. It's terrific. Great athlete, deep range in his shot. It's really his personality that some scouts, Clark, have questioned.
Yeah, and I don't understand that. Sure, they would like to see him be a little more assertive offensively, but this is a young kid that I think will do what it takes to be outstanding in the NBA.
Here's Calderon after the made shot from Vasquez. Marion with it. Nowitzki outside. 6 to shoot. Ellis goes in. Lets a floater go. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Now here's Vasquez. He has 6. Now Cousins. The pass to Thompson. And there are the Kings with another bucket.
The turnaround jumper. That was a thing of beauty.
Mavericks leading by 3. Ellis off a pick from Calderon. Nowitzki sets a screen for Ellis. Calderon for 3. Here's D'Alembert, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Vasquez kicks to Mbamute. In low to Cousins. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Guys, DeMarcus Cousins, the 5th pick out of Kentucky back in 2010. Nobody questions this guy's talent. He has tremendous skill. Players with his size and skill don't come along very often.
And he knocks down the first one. And Clark, you mentioned the size for Cousins. Physically, he can overpower, Steve, a lot of players.
Yeah, tremendous rebounder, and he can get to the foul line. Offensively, you know, he's got the ability to step out onto the floor and make shots. I mean, he's really got the total package. The question is, can he just improve his overall game? Can he continue to mature and become the dominant player that he's capable of?
It'd be interesting to see him on a good team, you know, with some real nice role models on that team.
Absolutely.
People rave about his skill set. He hits one and misses one each at the line.
There's no question the big news for the Sacramento Kings is they're still the Sacramento Kings. After a nail-biting last couple of years, they saw the team flirt with moving to Virginia, Anaheim, Las Vegas, Seattle. Finally, a new ownership group committed to keeping the team in Sac.
And now here comes Vasquez leading the break. Shot is blocked. Ellis outside. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And for all the Kings fans, what a great victory. Former 3-time NBA All-Star and Sacramento native son, Mayor Kevin Johnson, instrumental in securing financing for the new arena, and Steve campaigning with the league's owners to keep the team in Northern California.
I think it surprised everyone, Kevin. Seattle made such a strong bid. I think most people felt the team would end up in Seattle, but Johnson did his job. Sacramento stepped up to the plate, and I think it's great that the Kings get to keep their team, and hopefully Seattle will end up with one in the next couple of years.
Well, Monte Ellis has never been short on confidence, and last year he went as far as comparing himself to Dwayne Wade, saying the only difference between them is that Wade has rings. That's a pretty big difference, though.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Chuck Hayes, he's checked in for Cousins. And it's Selman's in for Mbamute. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And you talk about the talent and confidence for Monte Ellis. Steve, what's the balance between confidence and like overconfidence?
Well, I think the balance is in your decision making, and that's the trickiest thing for really talented young players to figure out. It's just when to attack and when to back off a little bit. And that's all stuff that just comes with experience.
The Kings trail by 6. And here's Vasquez. He's got 6. He kicks to McLemore. Lock at 6. Dishes it to Landry. The 15-footer. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for McLemore. Here's Calderon. He's got 5. To the middle. And it's Marion. That time on the assist by Calderon. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, I think that could really set things up well the rest of the game. Pound the ball inside and then let your perimeter players play off your bigs.
Vasquez, that's good.
You know, offensively, his quarter has been perfect. Not a single missed shot. They got to keep riding it.
Now here's Calderon. He's covered closely. Open shot Carter, and Dallas again with the bucket.
A room service dime by Jose Calderon.
The Kings trail by 8. Salmons dishes to Vasquez. Pass to Landry. The shot's good. Vasquez making the play. Mavericks leading by 6. Here's Ellis. 6 points for him. Wright goes to the reverse layup and puts it in. Wright's got his first bucket in this one.
Good job creating an easy bucket there.
Vasquez passes to Salmons. Kicks to Vasquez. Back to Salmons. Good on the triple. Salmons got himself on the board with 3 there.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. The Kings making a switch here. Carter kicks to Wright. Back to Carter. He dishes it to Wright and stolen by Thomas. Salmons against Ellis. From deep, Thomas, and another 3 for Sacramento.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Ellis can't get it to go.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now, here's Thomas. Feeds to Salmons. Passes to Thornton. Shot clock at 5. Again, Sacramento.
Kevin, he does a great job of moving without the ball, and he gets a lot of good looks because of that movement. And as long as his teammates are setting screens and looking for him, he can be lethal from the outside.
And that is the key, Steve, but his release in those catch-and-shoot moments is also terrific.
Carter dishes to Wright. Back to Carter. Dallas moving the ball around. And it's Harris off the drive. Stolen by Thomas. And Thornton gets it to go on the assist by Thomas. And the Kings lead by 2. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Kings?
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing they're doing is forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's helping them to get easy points at the other end.
Dallas calls timeout. Knocks it loose. Carter, the pass to Wright. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
Mike Malone, the new head coach of the Sacramento Kings, son of a former NBA coach. Mike has been credited with helping teams improve their defenses, whether it was in New Orleans with Chris Paul, last season with Golden State, but Malone very well regarded in NBA coaching circles. That's a shot that he sometimes struggles with, but you can't fault him for taking it when the defense backs off like that.
And he gets it to go. Ellis has got it all tied up now for the man.
He's feeling it here to start the game. That's 3 out of 4 already.
And the Sacramento team, Clark, not without offensive talent, but their defense has been their shortcoming.
And that's the area they've got to ramp up and improve. And Coach Malone is going to have an opportunity to put his stamp on this team by improving them at the defensive end of the floor.
Thomas against Harris. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking. They've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
And you look at Landry, and he does lack the size of most power forwards, but he's excellent at finishing around the goal, and it helps him keep defenders honest with a nice, reliable outside shot, too.
First free throw is good. And Carl Landry's such a great knack for scoring around the rim.
He's a tough guy, a genuine tough guy. He gets the ball in the paint, and he'll go up and score with little jump shots or maybe put-back shots. Great hands, and really keeps himself in good condition.
That one misses.
Well, when it came to getting wins away from Sacramento last year, the Kings were anything but kings of the road. Only came away with 8 wins as a visiting team last year, and that puts them near the bottom of the league in win total.
Now, here's Thomas after Devin Harris's miss, and he gets it to go. Thomas got 7 points in the game.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
Harris gets to Wright. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividend.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
That's tipped. And here they go for the finish, and Landry throws it down.
Yeah, nice fast break from start to finish, guys.
Especially on the back end. I mean, he polished it off perfectly.
A nice first. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've been watching for the Kings, guys.
Really good sign offensively the way they started this game out, hitting a lot of hoops from close range.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to get baskets inside. I know you were a three-point shooter, Steve, and a really good one, but it's always easier to score in the paint.
They've got Devin Harris, Jake Crowder out there with Nowitzki. Then there's Carter, and it's Dallenberg in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Thomas goes in to the wing on the left. Here's McLemore, and it's off from three-point range. Mavericks trailed by 3. Harris outside. He feeds it to Crowder. Those three-pointers off the mark.
I tell you, he had all the time in the world to get that shot off.
Thomas off a pick from McLemore. Thomas goes in, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. Samuel Dallenberg picks one up.
Well, I'll tell you what, Isaiah Thomas, guys, was the last pick of the second round, 60th overall his draft year, but he has been terrific, can pass and score, and has stepped into the starting point guard role for the Kings and showed he belonged.
Free throw good, Thomas. We're going back to Isaiah Thomas and the Kings. They really needed a true point guard to set the table for everybody. His emergence was a pretty nice story for this team.
Well, he's always been doubted because he's only 5'9", and he wasn't drafted high, wasn't recruited that heavily, but I think he's demonstrated that he can hold his own with the best in this league.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Hey, you really can't say the Mavericks were a bad team last year. They were just a little below par compared to what we've been accustomed to. They just were not nearly as deadly offensively, and that's always a recipe for struggles in the West.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
No doubt, Kevin, a stressful summer for Monte Ellis. He turned down an extension from the Milwaukee Bucks that would have amounted to $36 million over 3 years. When the offers didn't come fast and furious, he fired his agent. He ended up taking a deal with the Mavs for 3 years, $30 million. 5 of that in incentives. Guys, at least he's close to home. Dallas, a 6-hour drive from his hometown of Jackson, Mississippi.
Good point, Doris. Thanks. And for the Mavs against the rest of the West, you were just talking about, Clark, they went 24-28 against the rest of the conference. And while that is all right, Steve, it's not going to get you into the playoffs.
Not with the depth of this conference, Kevin. And I think you have to be at least 500 this year against the West to get in. The Mavs know this, and they've been a perennial playoff team for a long time. They just couldn't quite get everything together last season.
Here's Harris after the made shot from Thompson. Marion dishes to Dallenberg. Ba'amute with the steal. And there's the rejection. Harris with it. Now defended by Ba'amute. Harris kicks to Carter. Goes up from the top of the key. Can't get it to go. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Thompson, a screen on Harris. McLemore, and it's sent back from Dallenberg. On the wing, Marion. It's hauled in by Thomas. Kings leading now by 5. Here's McLemore, all going up court. Shot's good from Ba'amute. And Ba'amute has got his second basket of the game.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
Well, they continue to find the open man and play unselfishly. This is true team basketball we're seeing.
Now here's Nowitzki. Drops in the short one. Nowitzki's got 6 points.
Well, when you combine Dirk's height with his touch and his release, which is basically behind his head, he becomes impossible to defend. And unless he's just missing his jump shot that night, you're in for a long night.
Especially when you couple it with his knack for playing with his back to the basket when he wants to. Often Dirk will catch it on the low block, lean into a defender to create some space, and then the next thing you know, he's up in the air knocking down that jumper.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Mike Malone gave to his team during that last break. If what he talked about is a true indication, the pick and roll is going to be their go-to play from now on. He sees that as being their best option offensively. He also talked about their defense in the open court, saying, don't let them get comfortable in transition. We need to shut down their fast break. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
It's always great to hear from you, Doris.
You know, well, the days of the Matrix putting up 22 and 12 with a couple of steals every night are long gone, but Shawn Marion is still a big factor for teams as he's such a solid defender with his reach and really causes problems in the passing lanes when he's out there active.
That's good for Marion. And at 35 years of age, Sean Marion still an outstanding rebounder, top 5 among small forwards and rebound rate last season.
And inside, he's very dangerous. He's got a lot of little funky shots, little floaters and runners. He does have the ability to step out and make a three, particularly from the corner, but it's really in the paint where he does his damage.
You know, the Mavs, like many teams, always aware of who the free agents are that might help them become better. And prior to last season, they made sure they got their finances in order to make a run at Darren Williams to bring him home to Texas. Didn't work out, but they did the same thing this last offseason.
Now he's finally starting to get it going here offensively.
Mavericks trailed by 5. Now here's Calderon. He's got 5. Carter for 3. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. And for the Mavs, they know that in order for them to remain competitive and not go through a traditional rebuilding phase where they're going to finish, at the bottom for a few years, Steve, they're going to have to lure some free agents.
And one way or another, their top brass has always made sure that they would be able to move contracts around and make an offer to whatever big-name player was out there. But think about it, the last 2 years they had unlimited cap room, unable to lure that big free agent fish to Dallas.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Yes, one thing to create a turnover, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, that's even better.
For Sacramento, they have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple.
And they averaged about 77% from the free throw line a year ago. So this is a solid free throw shooting team.
And that one misses.
Sacramento really had a lot of problems finding consistency game to game, and it showed up when they would have to take on other teams in the West. Just didn't look quite as cohesive and as desperate to win as the rest of the conference, and that ends up costing you games.
He hits the second from the line. Well, Clark, as you said, the Kings struggled against the West, really against Western teams not in their division. They would play the division tough, but didn't do much against, Steve, the other 2 Western divisions.
Well, they only won 14 games against the rest of the conference, which was the fewest of any team in the West last year. But of those 14 wins, 7 came against the Pacific. So that's kind of interesting when you look at the disparity between their wins.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Vasquez gets a screen from McLemore, and they call an illegal screen here.
Well, good idea setting that screen, but the execution wasn't there.
No, it sure wasn't. I mean, you want it to be hard, but it also has to be legal.
Carl Landry's checked in for the Kings. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Harris outside. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. Harris has got 8 points.
You know, guys, that's what he does. He just loves to play that kind of attacking basketball.
Vasquez with it. 8 points for him. And Baamute with it. Picked up by Nowitzki. 6 to shoot. Vasquez passes the length. Nowitzki with the steal. Harris outside. Pass to Marion. The feed to Carter. Marion against Baamute. Calderon for 3, and that one's good. Now it's a 3-point Maverick lead. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over.
And I really think you've got to love the way they protected the rim today. I mean, a good number of blocks in the first half.
6 on the shot clock. Ball's knocked loose. McLemore dishes to Vasquez. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Carter left side. From 17 feet out. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. Carter's got his second bucket of the game to go. Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Anytime you see Vince Carter and you start thinking about how he was as the undisputed dunk king in years gone by, but as his spring and lift has been grounded, he's made up for it in other ways and has really improved as a defender.
And some changes here for the Kings. Hayes comes in for DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Salmons in for Mbaumute. Here's Vasquez. He's got 8. The dish to Salmons, the 10-footer. The shot will not go, so the Mavericks will take it the other way. And Steve, going back to Carter, he really took the league by storm back with Toronto. Still an NBA player with great quality.
Yeah, he can do a little bit of everything, Kevin. Not the explosive guy that he once was, but he's always been a skill player with his long-range shooting, his ball handling, good passer. That's why he's still hanging around and still making a contribution here in the NBA.
Here's Vasquez. The pass to Salmons. Vasquez kicks to Thornton. Dishes to Vasquez. Trying to get back on track. That's it, and the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Chuck Hayes.
Giving them an opportunity at second chance points with some hard work on the glass there.
And that one's good. 7 points for Vince Carter.
You know, defensively, you cannot forget about him. They gave him a wide open look there.
Now Vasquez. He kicks to Salmons. On the wing, Thornton. Just 5 to shoot. Sacramento moving it around. Here's Vasquez. Good work defensively by Carter.
They've done their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I mean, they're fighting for every loose ball, putting a body on somebody and going after the rim.
Now here's Marion. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. And it's Ellis penetrating. It's one up. Good on the shot. Ellis has got 10 points. Sacramento's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Vasquez passes to Salmons. He sinks the 11-footer. He's got 5. Mavericks leading by 8. The drive by Ellis. Pass to Marion. Here's Wright. The shot is off. Some solid defense there from Landry. So it's Sacramento now. And here's Vasquez. 8 points for him. Kicks it to Salmons. That falls. Great assist by Vasquez. Vasquez has got his 4th assist in this one. Dallas has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Calderon with it. Now defended by Vasquez. Marion dishes to Carter. Here's Wright. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Wright's got 8 points.
You know, down there in the low post is where you really want to create a lot of your offense.
1:35 left to play in the first half. Here's Vasquez. He dishes it to Landry. And he banks in the layup. He's got 7.
Crafty pass work there, getting it down low for the easy deuce.
Ellis against Thornton. Out to Marion. Feeds it to Wright. Back to Marion. Right inside. Hayes on him. But he stays with it. And Wright kicks to Marion. Off his foot. And they're saying he kicked the ball. Sacramento making a switch here. On defense, Sacramento. It's a 5-point game. Ellis, the pass to D'Alembert. Calderon against Thomas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The drive by Ellis. And it's good with time running down in the shot clock. Ellis has got 4 points in the quarter.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Thomas against Calderon. Thomas dishes to Thornton. Here's Salmons. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Wright's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Calderon gets a screen from Crowder. Wright sets a screen for Calderon. Pass to Wright. Tipped away. The shot's good on the assist by Calderon. And now a 9-point Maverick lead.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
And so we conclude the first half. Mavericks lead by 9. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Coach, how would you evaluate your team's performance thus far?
You know, I like the way we're playing tonight, but, you know, 1 or 2 untimely turnovers, these guys are going to convert quickly, so we have to play an aggressive but precise game.
Coach, appreciate it. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And, folks, stay right where you are for the halftime show. Then we'll be back for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Welcome, everyone. Damon Bruce here. It's time to review all the goings-on from half number 1. For the Dallas Mavericks, they have the lead against Sacramento. With 2 quarters left to play, they've been an offensive juggernaut, scoring with impunity. Monte Ellis on a roll in the first half. He has 12 points. He's been dynamic on both ends of the court, finding teammates, playing tough D on the other end. And still in it, the Kings hanging around. Outstanding bench production. They've gotten a very nice lift, and that's made a huge difference for them on the scoreboard. The first half performance of Isaiah Thomas, just terrific. He's up to 9 points. He's been getting it done on both ends of the court. Look at the assists, look at the rebounds. It's all adding up to a great first half. And that's it for us here in the studio. Time to send it on back out to Kevin Harlan and the gang for the start of the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
The second half just about to get going here.
What a game for Ellis. He has 12 points, and he's made some good decisions with the basketball, too.
Well, being smart is what it's all about for him, Clark. I mean, he's a decision maker. He's a playmaker. He has to make good decisions. That's what he's doing here so far.
Certainly was not the year the Mavs expected or had in mind last season. After retooling and expecting a playoff appearance, they ended up out of the playoffs and looking for answers.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Sacramento. Up front, it's Thompson and Cousins. The guards, Vasquez and McLemore. And it's Mbah a Moute in at the 3 slot. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, gentlemen. For the Sacramento Kings, a lot of rookies, and not just among the players. A new first-time majority owner, a new rookie GM, and Mike Malone, a first-time head coach. New blood taking over. But for all 3, extensive experience in assisting roles, whether assistant coach, assistant GM, or minority ownership. So guys, despite being new to the lead role, none of them lack for experience.
Thanks, Doris. We'll see how they do. Here's Nowitzki, and Dallas again with the bucket. And back to the Mavs, 24-17 at home, which is a solid record, but you have to be better than solid, I think, Steve, to get into the playoffs in the Western Conference.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Kevin. And you think about the Mavs' shortcomings last year. I mean, Dirk being hurt early, so they didn't mesh well. And then when he did come back, there probably was too much ground to make up. So hopefully Dallas can have a full season of health for Dirk and the rest of the roster.
First one falls for him.
You know, with the troubles he's had butting heads with coaches and others, you might wonder why the team keeps putting up with Cousins' antics. Well, I'll tell you why. The greater your talent, the longer your rope, because this kid does have talent.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And Clark, you mentioned Cousins' problems. There were some rumblings last season that the Kings might look to trade him, Steve, and I think there would be some teams that would say, you know what, this is a quality guy that maybe needs a new environment.
I think teams would be very interested in him. The question is, how much would they be willing to give up? Because it is a bit of a risk, not knowing exactly what you're getting. But Cousins, an intriguing talent. There's no doubt about that. Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
The Mavericks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And that one falls for Nowitzki.
Well, last season was Dirk Nowitzki's 15th in the NBA and maybe his toughest. He underwent a knee scope right before the start of the season, missed about 2 months of action, and the Mavericks ended up missing the playoffs.
Nowitzki hits them both. And speaking of Nowitzki, he expressed some concern about the direction of the Mavericks himself last year.
Yeah, after that championship season, they let go of some of their good players, especially Tyson Chandler. But they were trying to free up cap space and lure a top free agent. They were left holding the bag, basically. But Nowitzki wants to retire a Mav, and hopefully they can provide a contender for him.
Here's Ellis following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. The drive by Nowitzki. Marion kicks to Ellis. Drains the three-pointer. Ellis has got 15 points.
And the buckets always coming in bunches for him. And right now, they are really rolling.
Now here's Vasquez. 8 points for him. He feeds it to Mbah-a-Moute. Pass to Thompson. Tries again, and it's good on the way in. 6 points for him.
Well, one of the reasons I like Jason Thompson is he's not afraid to be physical inside. He loves to chase down loose balls, get offensive rebounds, constantly fighting his opponent for position.
Yeah, very much a workmanlike approach to playing in the post from Thompson. He just puts in his time each game and comes away with some nice numbers. And that one's good.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. He made all 3 of their shot attempts.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Have to like what we're seeing from Monte Ellis.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
During that break, Coach Mike Malone had some words for his team. He was making sure everyone knew exactly what the plan was guarding against Ellis. With the damage he's been inflicting, Coach said that every man on the floor has got to be aware of where he is at all times, saying, quote, one-on-one defense is not going to get it done against him today. You've got to help each other out. His other point of emphasis was that they need to be making sharp entry passes into the paint and operating their offense out of the low post. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half, and Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. In low to Dallenberg. Marion passes to Calderon. It's stolen by Vasquez. And the Kings pushing it up now. That's it, and the Dallas lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Mbah-a-Moute.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
Now here's Calderon. He's got 8. Here's Dallenberg. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. Dallenberg's got his second basket of the game.
And the shooting percentage continues to climb, guys, here in the second half. They're on fire.
Steve, I like the collective focus since halftime. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
Here is Vasquez. 10 points for him. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, the business of the NBA in pretty good stead. The Kings sold back in May for a record price of $525 million, and the Seattle group had offered even more. Team value is certainly on the rise around the league. Better arenas, more lucrative TV contracts. Part of the reason that's the case.
That free throw good from Thompson. And back to the bidding war for the Kings with the great offer from the Seattle group. Steve, do you think there's a chance the league could expand to Seattle?
I think so, especially with that tremendous offer that the Seattle group put forward. And now the new CBA, it's made it much more favorable for the owners. I think in the next few years, we will see at least one expansion team, maybe two. You know, I'm a fan of Jason Thompson. He's always going to give you whatever he has, whether it's 20 minutes or 30. He's got a very steady game and really gives you everything he has on the floor.
Now here is Harris. He's got 8 on the wing. Marion. Another 3 for Dallas.
They're rolling now. 5 straight hoops to start this quarter.
Vasquez with it. He's got 10. The feed to Cousins. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Nowitzki. And Jason Thompson, a well-rounded player, Clark, can play the power forward or even at 6'11" in the center.
I like him a lot, Kevin. He's got a good motor. He's got an excellent body. Works the backboard pretty well and made a nice improvement in his free throw shooting last year. Got that back up around 70%. He's a guy that helps you at both ends of the floor.
Here's Vasquez. Again, the miss by the Kings.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, Clark. Their rebounding is right there at the top of the list.
Now here's Ellis. This is the most they've led by 13 points.
The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Here's Vasquez. The dish to McLemore. And nothing is falling for him right now. 3 on 3. Here's Marion. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Ellis has got his 4th assist in this one.
This has been a one-sided game in just about every area. The lead continues to grow.
Absolutely. Their offense and their D have been equal parts outstanding.
Here is Mbamute, and that's good for 2. Mbamute has got 4 points in the quarter.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Marion with it. Now guarded by Mbamute. Here's Nowitzki. Shot is no good. Excellent D there from Thompson. The Kings trail by 15. Vasquez with it. Devin Harris covering. Mbamute dishes to Cousins. That one goes. Count it. Cousins has got 8 points.
That's what has to happen if they're going to turn this thing around. He's got to take charge. He's got to be aggressive and really look to push here offensively.
Now here's Marion. 11 points in the game. And that one's good, Ellis.
The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
And there's the pass to McLemore. Baseline J on the way. And Dallenberg pulls it down. Dallenberg's got 4 rebounds in this game. Dishes to Ellis. Out to Harris. Back to Ellis. Fires the 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. Cousins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Vasquez with it. Now defended by Dallenberg. Vasquez kicks to McLemore. And it's off from 3-point range. Dallas leading by 16. Marion passes to Harris. He kicks it to Ellis. Ellis off a pick from Dallenberg. Shot clock at 6. The 3. And again, Monte Ellis for 3. Ellis has got 28.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Agreed, Clark. They poured in 3 of the last 5 baskets on pretty open looks behind the arc.
Thompson. The Shot misses. Nice D from Nowitzki.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Dallenberg sets a screen for Ellis. Pass to Harris. Excellent D from McLemore.
That's kind of a shocker. The defense was there, but it wasn't right in his face. Kind of out of character for him to miss those.
Mbamute against Marion. And Mbamute kicks to Vasquez. Shot to end this cold run, and he knocks it down. Good looking three there from McLemore. McLemore's got 5 points so far. Ellis outside. Now here is Harris, covered by Vasquez. Back to Ellis, all alone. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. Harris has got 6 assists in the game. Thompson, a screen on Harris. Vasquez with it, picked up by Nowitzki. Kicks it to Vasquez. The three. No luck. Now Dallas takes it the other way.
Boy, they've really dominated on the glass, and of course they've done a lot of good things here tonight, but the rebounds have played a major factor.
Hey, Steve, you know rebounding always one of the key barometers in determining the victor.
The Kings trail by 18. McLemore off the pick from Thompson. With some arc. Soft touch on the glass. Thompson's got 6 points in the quarter. Dallas shooting has been brilliant in this game, 67% from the floor. Harris kicks to Nowitzki. From 13, rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Vasquez kicks to McLemore. Excellent use of the screen that time. McLemore's got 7 points in the game.
And he came off that screen. The defense just couldn't get over the top. Beautiful play.
Yep, and without a hand in his face, he's going to bury those.
Now here's Ellis. He has 30. Harris with it. Now defended by Vasquez. The offensive rebound. Here's Nowitzki. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Nowitzki has been playing really well. He has 12 points and 2 steals as well.
You just can't find fault with anything he's done here. The effort, the energy, his production, his defense, it's all there.
All hustle, non-stop effort from him all over that 94 by 50-foot box.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, there are a lot of players in the history of the NBA that have had a signature shot or move, and Dirk is right in that group. You know, when he gets into that fall away where he's leaning back and gets his knee into the defender a little bit, that clearly is his patented and trademarked shot.
And the Kings making a change here. Chuck Hayes, he's checked in for Cousins. Landry comes in for Jason Thompson. John Selmans, he's checked in for Mbamute. And it's Thornton in for McLemore. And that, I heard a scout call it the other day, a flamingo fadeaway of Dirk Nowitzki's. We've all seen it before. He didn't have that when he first came in the league, did he?
No, he was more of a face-up guy. You know, I think he had to adjust to NBA defenders, the speed and the length. And so rather than, just shoot those spot-up shots, he started going to that, what I call the lederhosen fall away.
Achtung. Monte Ellis checked in for the Mavericks. Crowder dishes to right. Shot misses. Some solid defense from Chuck Hayes.
Well, the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
Outside Thomas. Here's Landry. And he gets it to go. Landry's got 9. Dallas leading by 16. Ellis the pass to Calderon. 35 seconds left here in the third quarter. Back to Ellis. Shot clock at 5. He dishes it to Wright. And it's blocked by Hayes. And he recovers it. Calderon against Thomas. And Hayes kicks to Thomas. Hayes dishes to Thomas. And it's blocked by Calderon. Ellis outside. Wide open. And he hits the jump shot. Ellis has got 32 points in the game. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Mavericks on top. They lead by 18. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports.
All right. Yeah. Let's go.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, we might as well call it the State Farm play of the game. This was just a marvelous piece of coordination between two teammates, completely in sync on the alley-oop.
Mavericks leading by 18. Calderon is out there with Ellis. And there's Carter. And it's Brandon Wright. And it's Crowder in at the power forwards position. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Carter drives in. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Carter's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Mavericks. Thomas against Calderon. Feeds to Thornton. Outside Landry. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Landry, a screen on Calderon. 6 on the shot clock. And that one's good.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now here's Ellis. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And what a game for Wright. He has 9 rebounds and 12 points.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Mavericks.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And they're getting so much penetration on the defense that they're getting a lot of easy buckets as a result of breaking down that defense.
Free throw drops for Wright.
And if they continue to shoot well from the free throw line like they are, I mean, their lead is going to be pretty steady here.
That's not an overstatement. They've literally not missed a single foul shot this half.
And so Wright nails both of them. The Kings trail by 20. Thomas kicks to Thornton. Passes it to Salmons. Salmons off a pick from Landry. Back to Thornton. Just 5 to shoot. He feeds it to Hayes. Can't get it to go. Ellis with some nice D. Mavericks leading by 20. Ellis off a pick from Crowder. Ellis the pass to Crowder. And it's blocked by Landry. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Here's Crowder. He's looking for Ellis and finds him. No good. Great D that time from Hayes. Thornton dishes to Thomas. Knocks down the 3 ball. Thomas got 5 points now in the quarter.
And that kind of defense is just not going to cut it. Guys, they have to get a hand in his face.
And the Mavericks call time here. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Rick Carlisle was going over with his team in that last huddle. He spoke very adamantly about being much more active in defending the perimeter shot, saying, no more soft defense on the perimeter. I want you guys all over their shooters. Gentlemen, some late-game adjustments that could prove crucial in the game's closing moments. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Crowder, marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down. Absolutely, Clark. No one in his airspace on that dunk.
Yeah, but come on, Kevin. The defense can't let that happen.
I hope they let it happen more. It's fun to watch that guy fly.
Just a gift, 2 points they gave up. That's awful.
Here's Vasquez following the score by Dallas. And then Cousins with the dunk.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Now here's Calderon, guarded close. Uncovered. Rebound by the Kings.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Vasquez kicks to Cousins. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Mavericks leading by 15. Now Calderon. Pass to Ellis. From 10 feet out. Uses the glass to drop it in. Ellis has got 34.
These defenders are not putting up much of a fight on the interior. It's been embarrassing. That's 10 consecutive points allowed in the lane.
And that's not the kind of streak you want to have if you're playing defense.
Now here's Vasquez. 6 to shoot. The Kings need to get off a shot here. That's good. 14 points for DeMarcus Cousins.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
Here's Calderon, rejected by Landry. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. And the Kings making a change here. Kings on D, down by 15. And Marion gets it to go.
Gotta love the low post offense. That was beautiful.
The Kings have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. And here's Vasquez. And there's the pass to Thompson. The shot's good. Vasquez making the play.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
Ellis outside. The feed now to Calderon. A floater and the rejection by Vasquez. The Kings trail by 15. Cousins with a screen on Dallenberg. Vasquez passes to Thompson, and he gets the bucket. Thompson's got 10 points here in the second half.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
Calderon kicks to Ellis. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Ellis left side. Just 5 on the clock. Nice D from McLemore. Sacramento's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Now here's Vasquez. The dish to McLemore. High post Cousins. The Mavericks pull it in. Nowitzki's got 6 rebounds in the game. Ellis dishes to Calderon. Back to Ellis. Shoots the 3. Dallas again missing.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Vasquez passes to Mbah-a-Moute. No coverage that time.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a nice look.
poor job by the defender to not fight over or around that screen.
Calderon with it. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Here is Vasquez. There's the pass to Cousins. Dishes it to Amute. He kicks it to Vasquez. Pass to Thompson. The shot's good. Vasquez making the play. Thompson's got it back down to within single digits for Sacramento. Mavericks shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Stolen by Thompson. Now Vasquez kicks it to McLemore from the arc, but they recover it. He dishes it to Amute. And here's Vasquez. Amute. It's the screen from Cousins. Amute can't get it to go.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick. Couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity. You know, for a guy his size, he doesn't play above the rim very often like he did on that slam.
Still got some power behind him, though.
Yeah, I mean, you let him get in close like that, he'll throw one down hard on you.
And so it's Dallas with Sacramento making their last shot. Ellis goes in. Rejected by McLemore.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Feeds it to Cousins. Count that one.
He's been a bright spot for them. He's had an incredibly efficient offensive performance.
Steve, his shooting really has been just terrific. They'd be much worse off if it weren't for him, that's for sure.
Now here's Ellis. Out left to the wing. Passes it to Calderon. Shot clock at 6. To stop the drought. That one off the back iron and out.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
McLemore with the ball. Working on Ellis. And yes, sir, that one drops. Now just a 3-point Maverick lead.
Boy, bad timing. Now is not the time to be giving him that shot.
D'Alembert sets a screen for Ellis. He feeds it to Calderon. On the wing, Mary. Pass to Ellis. Here's D'Alembert. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Ellis has got 6 assists now in the game.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Out to the wing. Here's Cousins. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Cousins playing well. 11 rebounds and 16 points.
That one misses. No luck that time either.
You've got to like what they've been doing down there in the low post, Clark.
I do. I love it. Their rebounding has been outstanding. So important in a tight game.
Now here's Ellis. From the arc. Thompson with the rebound.
Tell you what, as well as he shot in the last quarter, Kevin, it's a total flip here in this one. You just can't get anything to go in the basket.
Now here's Vasquez. The feed to Cousins. Puts it up from 7. The shot is off. Excellent D that time from D'Alembert. Calderon kicks to Ellis. The dish to Nowitzki. Nowitzki right side. And the wing jumper offline.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
Vasquez with it. Here's Cousins. That doesn't go either for Cousins.
Well, that was not a smart play there. That's a wild shot. They can get something better.
No, that's not smart basketball. He should have passed that shot up.
For the Kings, they've really struggled against Marion.
He has 9 rebounds and 5 blocks.
While getting to the free throw line and converting once he's there, along with his passing, those are the areas where he's really been strong.
Well, yeah, guys, it's basically just old school basketball he's been playing. I love it.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Good work at the line to stretch that lead out a little bit.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're trailing by 7. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Mike Malone as he addressed his team. We can't let up now. If we stay and make a few plays, we'll be right back in it. His message was clear. Stay the course, Kevin.
Now here's Vasquez. He's guarded by Calderon. Vasquez dishes to Mbamute. Out left to the wing. Cousins against D'Alembert. 5 to shoot. Cousins, the pass to Thompson. Here is Mbamute. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Marion.
Oh, they're now +5 in the rebound category, really controlling the glass.
And rebounding is one of those non-glamour stats. I mean, it takes work and effort and tenacity and physicality. But when you look at the scoreboard, you can see the correlation.
Now here's Calderon after the miss from Mbamute. Pulls up from the corner. Hits the front of the rim and out.
He has just disappeared this quarter, not making a mark at all offensively.
And I'm sure he's ready to put this quarter behind him and quickly. Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's his first personal foul, 3rd team foul.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And the Kings making a change here. Landry's checked in. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They trailed by 6. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. .26 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Vasquez can't get it to go. Dallas has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And now we've got the intentional foul.
That's his second personal foul, 4th team foul.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. The three from Thomas. Money! And now they trail by just 4. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yep, you got to extend the game here. Try to keep that clock from moving.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And the Kings making a change here. Second one is good. And both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And you got to think those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
Here's Vasquez. A three-pointer, no good. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp. Very on top of their game here.
All set. And so now we'll go down to Doris Burke, who's standing by live with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Monte, this was a nice one. How does it feel to come out with this win tonight?
That was great. We were sloppy at times, I think. Didn't really get into our sets like we should, and, they stuck around. But other than that, we got the win, found a way, to come out with one and, go to practice tomorrow and fix and correct everything that we messed up on today.
Way to hang tough, Monte. Thank you. Kevin?
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Monte Ellis.